Hello and welcome. You are watching Daily Vnews, and up next are the headlines.
State President works with Nghệ An authorities. Vietnam trainer deepen ties. Vietnam calls for more Japan's investment in supporting industries. Associations help poor people in Cà Mau.
On September 7th, while working with local authorities, President Trương Tấn Sang asked the central province of Nghệ An to step up judicial reform and renewal in its socio-economic development.
President Sang suggested Nghệ An focus on production and investment in sea economic development. He also recommended that the province pay attention to raising the quality of investigation and judgment in line with judicial reform. The president highlighted the results that Nghệ An recorded in implementing socio-economic development targets, judicial reform, and taking care of ethnic minority people in mountainous areas. Nghệ An province posted a GDP growth of 11% and generated 19,000 new jobs last year. The province also placed more focus on improving education, healthcare, culture, science, and technology. Earlier, President Sang visited officers and soldiers of Military Zone 4 and attended the opening ceremony for the new school year at Phan Bội Châu High School for gifted students in the province.
During his current visit to Vietnam, Chinese State Councilor Tai Ping-kuo paid courtesy visit to Party General Secretary Nguyễn Phú Trọng and Prime Minister Nguyễn Tấn Dũng on September 7. One day earlier, he also co-chaired the 5th session of the Steering Committee for Vietnam-China Bilateral Cooperation.
At the session, Vietnam and China deliberated directions and measures to further deepen their friendly and cooperative relations in all fields in order to develop their comprehensive strategic cooperative partnership in an active, healthy, and stable manner. They reviewed the two countries' bilateral relations over the recent past and highlighted the role of the steering committee since it was established in 2006. Both sides agreed to enhance and improve the committee's mechanism in the future. The two sides also exchanged views on issues relating to territory and border, including disputes in the East Sea.
Lao Prime Minister Thông Thamavong has expressed his hope that the Vietnamese and Lao ministries of public security would increase experience exchanges and promote bilateral ties in an increasingly effective manner in the near future.
While meeting Vietnamese Minister of Public Security Lieutenant General Trần Đại Quang in Vientiane on September the 6th, the Lao government leader affirmed that Laos-Vietnam relations are developing firmly, evidenced by the fact that two countries' leaders reached high consensus on many important issues, especially in the fields of investment, cooperation, and trade. Minister Quang said the two ministries would promote cooperation in many fields, especially personnel training, exchanges of information and delegations, drug and crime prevention, maintaining border security, and fulfilling missions signed by the two sides this year.
Deputy Foreign Minister Lê Lương Minh stated that Vietnam is ready to join efforts with the non-aligned movement to achieve its target. The above affirmation was made while the minister delivered a speech at the 50th anniversary meeting of the movement in Belgrade, Serbia.
The Vietnamese Ttxvn said, with 120 members, the movement has become an indispensable political platform, representing and defending the legitimate interests of developing countries at almost every multilateral forum. Minh said the movement should sustain and consolidate the process of strengthening and revitalizing itself on the basis of the principles and objectives that have guided and helped gather strength for the movement: respect for each other's sovereignty and territorial integrity, non-aggression, non-interference in each other's internal affairs, equality and peaceful coexistence between countries of different political regimes. He said in this regard, Vietnam supports all efforts aimed at promoting dialogues and peaceful solutions to the present tensions in North Africa and the Middle East, in defending the legitimate interests of its members, the movement should further strengthen solidarity by adopting more cohesive positions on the issues of common interest, such as disarmament, development, and human rights.
Foreign Minister Phạm Bình Minh has announced that the Vietnamese government invites the U.S. businesses to come to Vietnam to seek business opportunities and to work for the long term in the country, thus contributing to boosting bilateral relations.
While receiving a visiting delegation of the U.S.-ASEAN Business Council and representatives from its member in Hanoi on September the 6th, Foreign Minister Minh asked U.S. businesses to continue taking part in humanitarian activities and the process of overcoming the consequences of war in Vietnam. The visit to Vietnam by the Council was aimed at studying the targets and priority policies of Vietnam's new government, its measures to cope with macroeconomic challenges while maintaining economic growth, as well as ways to boost Vietnam-U.S. economic relations. U.S.-ASEAN Business Council President Alexander Fairmont said U.S. businesses want to boost cooperation with the Vietnamese government and enterprises in economics, trade and investment. He also pledged to continue helping Vietnam to cope with global issues like climate change, environmental, humanitarian and social matters.
Vietnamese Minister of Agriculture and Rural Development Cao Đức Phát met Director of State Forestry Administration of China, Jia Zhibang, in Beijing on September 6 to discuss bilateral cooperation in forestry development in the future. The meeting was on the sidelines of the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation Forum's meeting of ministers responsible for forestry.
Director Jia Zhibang said the meeting of ministers responsible for forestry opened up a new channel for strengthening cooperation between the economies in the region, accelerating the exchange of economic development methods, dealing with climate change, promoting green growth, and stepping up the pace of development in each country's forestry sector. Minister Phát expressed the hope to further promote cooperation with China in forestry, saying this would contribute to the two countries' friendship and cooperation.
A government official made a statement that Vietnam always highly values Japan's investment and urged Japanese businesses to develop supporting industries in the country.
Addressing the 5th seminar on Vietnam-Japan economic relations in Tokyo on September the 5th, Deputy Minister of Planning and Investment Đặng Huy Đông said Vietnam would apply special preferential policies for Japanese investors. The policies include building an industrial zone for Japanese small and medium-sized enterprises, investing in supporting industries, along with exemption from legal service charges and document translation fees when registering to invest in this industrial zone. Japan is among the countries with largest FDI in Vietnam over the past 2 decades.
With assistance from the Association for Technical and Cultural Cooperation and the France-Vietnam Friendship Association, since 2010, the Vietnam Red Cross Central Committee has implemented various projects to help poor communes in southern cities and provinces of the country, including Cà Mau.
This is the first among 10 houses that the Vietnam Red Cross Central Committee has built for poor households in Cà Mau province this year. The house, funded by the France-Vietnam Friendship Association, was handed over to the family of Lê Hoàng Oanh in Thới Bình District, Cà Mau province on September the 5th. Also financed by the association, the 200 million Vietnam Dong on-cat bridge that links U Minh and Thới Bình districts in the province has been put into use recently. Together with building charitable houses and rural bridges, the association has also helped provide vocational training for more than 300 women in the province and production capital for tens of households with members infected with Agent Orange dioxin. Since 2007, the France-Vietnam Friendship Association has supported projects in over 50 Vietnamese cities and provinces.
Thank you for tuning in, and we'll be back next time with more news.